Hi friends, I'm Kelly Ann and welcome to my channel, Make Jesus Personal. I always like to share with you things that God has shown me and put into my heart and so that I can not only just experience it for myself, but also share it with others that maybe it's a reminder and a help to you as well. My whole life now, I'm doing my very best to try and dedicate my life for service to the Lord, mainly because of what He did for me on the cross. And that was that He paid the penalty of sin for me, that I didn't have to pay it. And that is the most incredible love act ever. And because of that, I really try hard to follow Jesus's example and to live for Him, to prioritize Him in my life. Now, I am not perfect at it. None of us, I guess, ever will be, no matter how hard we try. But I do ask the Lord to help me. I say, Lord, increase my faith and remove the demonic activity and convict me when I need to be convicted and guard my heart and mind. And I pray these things. And this past week, I had something that came up that was something that I was dealing with, that it was a struggle for me because I was angry about something and it was rising up in me. The anger was rising up in me and I wanted to get something done and I wanted it done my way and just in my timing and everything, in my will, everything. So God knows that we are like that, and our flesh rises up when we have a situation, and maybe it's an argument, maybe it's a battle, maybe it's an issue in a relationship or at your job or wherever it might be. But God teaches us that He fights our battles, and that what we need to do is when we have something bothering us, no matter what it is, give it to Him because He knows what's best. And that is so hard for me and for probably most of us to do because we want to be in control. We want things when we want them. We want them in the way we want them and the timing we want them, all those things. Anyway, I was working through something this week and I was waiting for an answer for something and it came and it was not the answer I wanted. And I was like, no, I'm not backing down. I'm going to fight through this. And I was just all about, me and my flesh rising up. And I felt, angry. And I was like, no, that's not the way it's going to be. Da, 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 da. And I said, okay, I got to stop now. This is bothering me. So I have to stop. And I asked the Lord and prayed and said, Lord, you put on my heart how I need to respond to this situation. And I want to respond the way you would want me to respond. I'm angry right now. And God reminds us, He says that it's okay to be angry, but don't sin in your anger. He says that in His word. And He said, for man's anger does not bring about the righteous life that He desires for us. Then He says, so get rid of all moral filth and evil that is so prevalent and humbly accept the word, His word planted in you, which can save you. And I knew that's taken from James 1. And I knew in my heart that God fights my battles and He was going to work through this situation. But I just felt like I wanted to do it and I wanted to take care of it. And I wanted somebody to hear why I was feeling angry. But when I prayed and asked the Lord, Lord, I'm angry, but I want you to do what, have me respond the way I need to respond. And right when I did, I had a peace. Like, I got this. You don't need to respond. You don't need to do anything. You just need to trust me with this. And I said, okay, I'm going to do that. Then, okay, just help me in my anger. Just help me and just, take care of this for me. And thank you. Well, shortly after that, I received an email about the situation and it was amazing. It was perfect. It was wonderful. Of course, God's ways are always much better than ours. And it ended up, resolving itself and everything was fine and everything. But it's like, see, this is what I learned. My nature is not to do that. Like, I want to take care of things. I want to be in control and I want it my way. And I know pretty much we're all like that. And I just wanted to encourage you that when I chose to go to the Lord and say, Lord, you have me do what I need to do. You fight my battles. If I need to do something, you're going to show me. If not, I'm going to sit back and let you fight this battle for me and take care of the situation for me. And I committed it into his hands. And like I said, 5 minutes later, not even 5 minutes, this was resolved. And it was resolved better than I had imagined, really, truly. And so I'm just sharing this with you. This is how I make Jesus personal, because most of the time we want to do things our way, and God always knows what's better. He always knows what's better. All right. And he reminds us, even in the same verse I was just quoting earlier from James 1, he says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. All right. So there's nothing wrong with becoming angry. It's an emotion that God created for us, but he says don't sin in it. And usually for me, and what he's taught me is don't stay in your anger. Don't. Just, you got to give it to the Lord. The longer you stay in it, you're going to sin in it. Trust me when I say that. I'm sure you probably agree, because we all do. We can't have anger in us for very long without sinning in it, because that's just our nature. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you that whatever you're dealing with today, whatever it is, give it to the Lord and let him handle this for you. He says, don't be afraid, stand firm and watch the deliverance I will give you today. I will fight, for you. I will fight your battles. You just need to be still. That's taken from Exodus 14, verses 13 and 14. We need to be still. Let God be God in our life. All right, so I hope that encourages you today. Maybe you needed to hear this today. Don't lash out in your anger. Give it to the Lord and let him fight your battles, because he will. He wants to. He wants you to trust him with them. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful, special, happy day making Jesus personal. God bless you.